The Mariners go to the bullpen with 2 on and 2 out, one already in the 6th inning. It's the right-hander out of Penn, Thomas Shirtliff. Only fitting that Harwich would go to Shirtliff, a guy who pounds the strike zone, simply does not walk batters, after Doran comes in for an inning and 2/3 and walks 4. Hit 1 and has given up 2 so far.
Yeah, it looked like Doran, anytime he had a little bit of momentum, I mean, he had the back-to-back strikeouts in the 5th, had a strikeout to lead things off in the 6th. He would give the momentum right back.
And there were 2 down in this inning before a Scott Newman triple, then Fisher walked, then Martin walked, and now we're here. Newman scored on a wild pitch in the Fisher at-bat. Thomas Shirtliff, potentially an all-star snub when you look at the rosters that got announced today. But more importantly, a matchup with Dalton Wentz now. First pitch swinging, Wentz loops one down the right field line, fair ball. Scoring with ease from second is Fisher. Wentz headed to second. The other runner, Martin, stops at third. An RBI double on the first pitch that Wentz sees. That increased the Brewster lead to 5.
It's tough to give that up because obviously we talked about Shirtliff. This is a guy that pounds the strike zone. He's confident in his stuff. He's one of the top pitchers for the Mariners. And, I mean, that just says a lot about Wentz and his confidence. I mean, first pitch he sees, he drills it and brings in a run.
So now runners at second and third for Carson Kearse, the Georgia Tech left fielder. Kearse has reached twice tonight on a walk and hit by pitch, struck out in the other appearance. First pitch to Kearse. This one's lined into right center. Bristol Carter has a beat on it in right, makes the play, dodging the sun. That's the 3rd out of the 6th. So the inning ends, 2 in. Brewster strands 2, but they lead by 5. We head to 7 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it. Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
Welcome back to Stony Brook Field here in Brewster as the sun sets, 69 degrees. It's a nice, beautiful summer day here on the Cape. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antmarino. New man on the mound for the Whitecaps. That might be a good thing for the Mariners because the Whitecaps starter Trevor Hansen put on a clinic. 6 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Hansen before today only went for a combined 6 1/3. And here's the new man, Kyle Kipp, on the mound. The right-hander comes home. First pitch to Maddox Maloney. Hits the outer edge for strike one.
To be quite honest with you, I'm tired of the Mariners consistently talking to the home plate umpire, begging for balls and strikes. They need to be more aggressive.
0-1 on Maloney. Skips slow and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kyle Kipp, sophomore from Boston College. His 7th appearance this summer on the mound. There's a quick timeout called by Mike Hinojosa over on third, telling Kyle Wolf at the on-deck circle to move closer to the Mariner dugout. He was positioned right in front of us. Now we resume play. Here's the 1-1 to Maloney. Swing and a miss, strike two. Breaking ball sits at 78. Maloney was well ahead. So 1-2 the count to Maloney, who struck out in his last at-bat, 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. Inside at the feet, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mariners down 5-0 in this game. In jeopardy of going on a 3-game losing skid as the 2-2 skips in the dirt, low and outside.
Kyle Wolf on deck. This is another BC guy on the mound, Kipp. Wolf saw him the first time, or the second time these two teams played, and Wolf had an RBI hit in that appearance.
Payoff pitch to Maloney. Called, strike 3. Maloney took off for first. He thought he got walked. About halfway up the line, it's called a strike by Damari. Maloney chucked his bat and looked back at him with his mouth open, his palms facing the sky. He couldn't believe the call. But I thought that was a strike the whole way, Luke.
I don't know, Gino. That one looked a little bit away to me. We don't have a great look, but I mentioned the Mariners begging for balls and strikes. If you're going to throw your bat and continue to shake your head at the home plate umpire, it's not going to do you any favors in the calls the rest of the night.
Here's Kyle Wolf from the right side, facing off against his Boston College teammate. First pitch, a strike, 90 miles per hour. If you recall, to the last game these two teams faced off, Kipp was on the mound, blew away Wolf on a first pitch fastball. Wolf chuckled about it after the game, but the next pitch had an RBI single. The 0-1 to Wolf. Another fastball right down the middle for strike 2. In that last game, Kipp was on the mound. He was smiling ear to ear when Wolf came up to the plate. Now, dead serious. Here's the 0-2. This one's flared down the right field line, and it drops foul. It was close. Ryan Martin came charging over towards it. Maybe just a few feet off.
In that conversation that we had pregame with Brewster assistant coach John Schiffner, we asked him what has gone right over this 4-game winning streak, and he said, to be quite honest, we're the same baseball team. We're just getting breaks. And that's stuff that happens right there, where that ball wasn't feet foul, it was inches foul, and it goes in Brewster's favor. Just kind of the ebbs and flows of a season in baseball where everything goes your way, and then it seems like nothing is going the Mariners' way right now, or at least tonight.
Wolf trying to change that here with an 0-2 count. He digs back in from the right side. The pitch from Kipp. Popped up right in front of home plate. Sosa rips off the mask and gloves it for out number 2. So 2 away in the top of the 7th. Mariners still down by 5 to a Whitecaps team that's currently on a 4-game winning streak. But what's most impressive about this Brewster squad against teams above 500, they are 7-2.
Yeah, they come to play. And the Mariners have been their Achilles heel so far this summer.
First pitch to the righty, Carter, swing and a miss.
When it comes to all the top teams, Brewster's shown up against YD. They beat him last night 10-5. but winless against the Harwich Mariners and in pursuit of one now in the 7th.
1-0-1 the Mariners are against the Whitecaps as the 0-1 comes home against Carter. Misses low and outside.
That's a really good pitch. Just a little bit off the plate.
Carter was shaking his head as soon as that ball hit off the mitt of Sosa. The 1-1. Popped up foul. Carter shakes his head, adjusts his batting helmet with his left hand. Walks around home plate. Reached in his last at-bat off a walk. He's hitless so far today. He struck out in his first plate appearance. He digs back in from the right side. Kip trying to end this frame. With 2 outs, here's the 1-2. High and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mariners with just 2 hits on the day. The pitching from the Whitecaps, primarily with Hansen, has been superb. The 2-2. A flubber to short. Fisher charges, hauls it in from the infield grass, and throws him out at first. Carter just got a piece of it as it was a slow roller. Fisher was on it in a beat. And another 3 up, 3 down frame for the Mariners. They have no answers offensively heading into the home half of the 7th. We'll be back here on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
The Mariners have had no answers offensively, and quite honestly, the defense hasn't been too much better. Mariners down 5-0 heading into the home half of the 7th. Still plenty of time left to get back in this ball game, but first they have to shut things down defensively. 6, 7, 8 due up in the Whitecaps order. We welcome you back here to Stony Brook Field, home of the Brewster Whitecaps. Alex Sosa leads things off from the left side. Thomas Shirtleff came in the last inning, faced off against 2 batters, gave up a hit and a flyout. First pitch in there for a strike, a 90-mile-per-hour fastball.
Gino, I would say we're about 50-50 on getting the rest of this one in. Bottom of the 7th, the sun still setting. Right field is fully lit, but that's about it.
Majority of games here at Stony Brook Field get called due to darkness as the 0-1. High and outside, gets away from the glove of Scott Donahue, hits the backstop. So a new ball dealt to the mound. 69 degrees with the sun setting over the third base line. Righty on lefty. Shirtleff comes home with the 1-1. Inside at the waist. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And you say darkness. A lot of their games, including the win the Mariners had the last time here, got called it wasn't dark at all. It's just the sun was set.
It's called when the umpires feel it's necessary. As the 2-1, this one's blasted into left. Robbins on his horse. He looks up, and he makes the grab back towards the track for out number 1. Tough play for Robbins there. First he darted to his left and then to his right, and as his chest was facing the wall, was looking back over his left shoulder and finally turned around and made the grab.
Now batting.
Just the second time Sosa has been retired today. He's got a single and a walk as well as an RBI. And here comes Colton Coates. He has not reached in today's game. He gets set from the left side. Shirtleff comes home. Inside at the shins. Talked to Thomas Shirtleff yesterday before the game against Chatham. I said, you have any nicknames? You know, Thomas, do you go by Tom, Tommy? He said, just call me Shirt. Shirt comes home with the 1-0. Right at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. And off speed clocks in at 85. Coates with 3 flyouts today, no strikeouts. So he's making contact, but not a lot of oomph. All of them have been infield pop-outs. It's the 1-1. It's the inner edge for strike 2 off the heater. Shirt trying to record his first strikeout of the evening and the first strikeout to Coates. He toes the rubber. Now comes home with the 1-2. Ground ball, second base. Coonan charges, hauls it in, sidearms to first, and there's out number 2.
Shirtleff is as consistent as they come. And I mentioned a potential all-star snub. You dive into the numbers. He's pitched 4 times, 10 2/3, given up just 2 earned runs. He struck out 10. I don't know how you leave him off that team, Gino.
Pitching with a chip on his shoulder. Now to Michael Anderson from the right side. This one's rainbowed to center, and Broussard camps underneath and makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the first time today for this Brewster Whitecaps offense that has been scorching. Up 5-0 over the Harwich Mariners. We'll see if Harwich can have some answers at the bats. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare,
Heading into the top of the 8th, the Mariners running out of time to come back in this game, currently down 5-0 to the Brewster Whitecaps. We welcome you back on the Mariners Radio Network. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino, here from Stony Brook Field, home of the Brewster Whitecaps. The home crowd really getting this Whitecaps team ready to go. They have been dynamite, especially on the defensive side. Giving up just 2 hits. But now on the mound, Maverick Rizzi, who relieves Kyle Kipp after he went just 1 inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. And Rizzi, a right-handed pitcher, set to face off against 7-8-9 in the Mariners' order. Leading things off is the designated hitter, Sam Harris. Righty on lefty to start the top of the 8th. Rizzi comes home. Swing and a miss. 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Harris was well behind. Rizzi, a rising sophomore from LSU, coming off of a national championship back on June 22nd. The 0-1. 95-mile-per-hour fastball hits the bottom part of the zone. So Harris quickly down 0-2 in the count. He struck out his last plate appearance. Takes a deep breath. Rizzi nods. Now comes home. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 97 miles per hour. And Harris, 1, 2, 3, goodbye.
Whoa. If you only had 2 hits through 7 for the Mariners tonight with a breaking baller like Hansen, and then Kipp came in and just did his work, 1, 2, 3 in the 7th, then Harwich has really got their hands full with this kid pumping in 97 on 3 straight pitches.
Here's Scott Donahue from the right side. His first pitch, swing and a miss. Another fastball, 96 that time. And this is just clockwork for Rizzi. Made 24 appearances this past year for LSU. 4.74 ERA through about 25 innings. The 0-1, outside. First ball that he has thrown on his tenure on the mound tonight.
And how about that? That's a testament to how good that Tigers team was. A kid like this who can push it up there close to 98 is only going 25 innings.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Another fastball. 1-2 the count to Donahue. And Rizzi, 29 strikeouts this past year. Just doing Rizzi things out there. Tries to record back-to-back strikeouts here in the top of the 8th. Donahue digs back in from the right side. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Donahue looked lost, especially with that off-speed clocking in at 85. Thought he was going to go, then held back. And Rizzi says, see you later. Here's Jake Coonan from the right side. 0 for 2 today. Righty on righty. Mariners down by 5 in the top of the 8th. With 2 outs, Coonan tries to get some sort of life in this offense. His first pitch, he stares at an off-speed right down the heart of the zone.
Yeah, Rizzi's not really messing around, and that's what you want when you're up by 5 in the 8th inning. A guy to go out there and pound the strike zone. That's what he's done so far.
He's thrown just 1 ball through 2 batters' face. 0-1, check swing. As he went.
He's making guys look silly right now.
0-2 the count to Coonan.
You look around the crowd, a lot of oohs and ahs. You rarely see that from a pitcher in this league.
Rizzi deals fast. Already the nod. He kicks and fires the 0-2. This one's arced to center. Magpok not having to move much. And as soon as that ball hit off the bat of Coonan, Rizzi was already walking back towards the dugout. He knew his job was over for the top of the 8th. 1, 2, 3 for the Mariners. Maverick Rizzi doing exactly what he knows how to do, and that is record easy outs, if not strikeouts. 5-0, Mariners are down to the Whitecaps. We head to the home half of the 8th. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it.
It's going to be tough to replicate what Maverick Rizzi just did on the mound for the Brewster Whitecaps in the top of the 8th. Faced off against 7, 8, 9 in the Mariners' order. Struck out Harris, struck out Donahue, and a routine fly out to center from Jake Coonan threw just one ball in all of those batters faced. Maverick Rizzi, the LSU product, is now sitting in the dugout as his team gets set to bat. Now on the mound for the Mariners is Tanner Duke. He comes home, first pitch to Adam Magbach. Fouls it straight back.
First look at Tanner Duke this summer.
Tanner Duke, a rising senior from Kansas State, 6'2", 180. But the bar set high from Rizzi. Duke shakes off first signs. The 0-1. It's the outer edge for strike 2. 91-mile-per-hour fastball. Magbach today, 1 for 3 with a single and a run. Also add a strikeout to the mix as well. Here's the 0-2. Check swing. Home plate umpire Damari says he went. Ball gets away from Donahue. It hits the backstop. And Magbach takes his spot on first. So ugly becomes ugly here for the Mariners.
3-pitch strikeout. And you got a runner at first base to show for it.
It's been a tough outing for the Mariners, to say the least. Got just 2 hits on the day and down 5-0. Here's Scott Newman from the right side. First pitch inside at the knees for ball 1. Newman, the Georgia transfer. From the right side, the 1-0. Called strike 1, right at the belt. So back to the top of the order we go for this Brewster Whitecaps team that has blown the doors open against this Mariner defense. 1-1. Skips in the dirt well ahead of home plate. Donahue knocks it down with his chest as he lunged from left to right. Trots out from behind home plate to retrieve the ball and keep Magbach over on first. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Man, Newman swung so fast that his elbow guard came off.
Early impressions of Tanner Duke. He has a very straightforward left leg kick, but he does it almost in slow motion. I like it. It makes him at least look in complete control.
The 2-2. Runner goes from first. It's fouled back. Magpok will have to turn back around and head to first. A beautiful day here in Brewster. 70 degrees with the trees lining the outfield wall. Got the bleachers on either side of the first and third base line. Nice ballpark here in Brewster at Stony Brook Field. The 2-2, runner from first goes. Pitch at the plate's called a strike. They throw down to second, not there. So a strikeout to Scott Newman and a stolen bag from Magpot. There's one out with a runner in scoring position in the bottom of the 8th.
Should be 2 outs. I mean, the drop third strike, that stinks that Magpok's in scoring position, but Duke off to a nice start. Is it possible to have 4 strikeouts in an inning, Gino?
We're about to find out. Here's Cal Fisher from the right side. First pitch. Swing and a miss.
I like this Tanner Duke. I mean, he just looked at the runner Magpok, stared at him, kicked, still looking at the runner at second, and delivered a beauty low and away for strike 1.
Duke stares back at Magpok with a hefty lead off of second. Comes home. Magpok takes off for third. This one skied high into the air, shallow center field. It's Aiden Robbins running over from left to make the catch right around his knees. Turn the glove over and records out number 2.
Now batting the right fielder from Dallas Baptist, number 29.
2 outs
Ryan
with Magpok on second after the drop third strike. Here's Ryan Martin. The right-hander gets set for his first offering. Here it comes from Duke. In the dirt, ball 1. Martin with a double and 2 walks today, as well as a strikeout. This Whitecaps team, they lost a big-time performer in Josiah Ragsdale, and they've done a nice job of replacing him. As runner takes off from second, Magpok has to go back after it was foul tipped by Ryan Martin at the plate. I mean, Brewster right on the verge of going on a 5-game winning streak and notching their first victory against the Mariners this summer.
After opening up the season undefeated, the Whitecaps were 6-0. They had a rough stretch, but now they're separating themselves again, Gino.
It's all about the highs and the lows. You hope the highs are higher than the lows. 1-1. Fouled third base side. So a 1-2 to Ryan Martin with Magpok on second. Runner takes off for third. Duke slings over to third. It's away from Kennedy, and Magpok comes into home. Mike Hinojosa with his hands up in the air, saying, wait a second. The umpire over on third tells Magpok to head back to second.
Oh, the umpire was throwing a new ball to the pitcher, and the runner had already started running. So time was already called and currently in the process of being established before Magpok took off. Otherwise, it would have been a run.
Magpok with the aggressive base running. You love that even though his team's up 5-0. Keep the foot on the gas. The 1-2. Inside, almost hit Martin. He had to turn back with his right shoulder first.
Gino, this is just one of those games that if you're Harwich, you're just trying to get out of here healthy. Still due up in the top of the ninth, down 5, but just nothing has really looked good.
2-2. Bounce at the plate, foul. You know, you like this for Tanner Duke because even though you're burning an arm, it's allowing Duke to come in his first appearance this summer and settle in a game where you're down by 5. There's not a ton of pressure to have a really good outing. Magpok takes off for third. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. It doesn't matter. That ends the 8th with Magpok stranded. Tanner Duke, so far impressive in his Mariner debut. Mariners still down 5-0. We head to the top of the 9th here in Brewster. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply...
The Harwich Mariners are down to their final out at Stony Brook Field. We welcome you back to the Mariners Radio Network. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Harwich is trailing 5-0 in a game where their offense just has 2 hits. It's been all Brewster so far. Before we dive into the 9th, just a friendly reminder that this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Top of the order due up for Harwich, starting with Trey Broussard, D. Kennedy on deck, and Aiden Robbins in the hole. Back out there for his second inning of work, the right-hander Maverick Rizzi. Broussard has one of just 2 Mariner hits tonight. Rizzi gets set and fires home a first pitch strike with a 95-mile-an-hour heater on the top part of the zone. 0-1.
It really is beautiful. It's ugly if you're the Mariners because you haven't had offense the whole game, and now you look at a guy that has been on a roll on the mound.
0-1 pitch. Driven down the left field line, foul. Broussard just a little bit late. Easy to do on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. 0-2 to the leadoff man in the 9th. Rizzi came in the 8th, struck out 2, and ended the inning on a Jake Coonan fly out to center. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Low and away, 1-2. A good battle here. A guy like Rizzi who is coming off a national championship at LSU, a ton of velocity, good numbers, and Trey Broussard, who's an all-star in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
I was going to say, if there's one person to make contact, it's this guy right here, Trey Broussard.
Rizzi looks in, gets the signal, kicks and deals. The 1-2. Too tall, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harwich looking for base runners. Brewster scored 2 in the 3rd, tacked on another in the 5th, and then 2 more in the 6th, and have just been guided to the finish line from marvelous pitching. The 2-2. Swinging a foul straight back. So Broussard protecting. Rizzi, you would think a guy with such high velocity would maybe miss the strike zone, and he's just pounded the Mariners with pitches finding the corners. He shakes off 2 pitches, now a third, and he likes the 4th. Readies the glove at the belt, winds and fires. 2-2, got him looking with a fastball right down the middle. 1 down in the 9th.
Broussard very frustrated with that call. Looked back at Damari, the home plate umpire, and just shook his head, gave him a piece of his mind, and walked back towards the Mariner dugout.
That's the Mariners' 11th strikeout tonight, 3 of which have come from this guy right here, D. Kennedy. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch. Right down the middle with the changeup, 0-1.
Rizzi played at Worcester Academy, stands at 6'9", also played forward on the basketball team for them.
0-1 offering. Too high, 1-1. The Mariners will be back at White House Field tomorrow. A 5:30 first pitch against the Bourne Braves. We'll have the call on Cape League TV. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Kennedy was geared up for the fastball and got the curveball in the dirt. 1-2. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 9th. The Mariners down by 5. Rizzi comes home. Struck him out. Swing and a miss. This time it's the changeup up high. Kennedy down for the 4th time today on strikes. Rizzi struck out 4 of the first 5 Mariners he's seen today.
It's crazy. I mean, Kennedy, 0 for 4 today, all 4 being strikeouts. That's uncommon. That's uncharacteristic for him.
He'll bounce back. D. Kennedy, also an all-star, leads this team in runs batted in. But the Whitecaps have got the best of him tonight. Here's Robbins. First pitch, guess what? It's a strike, 0-1.
Wow. You just got to tip your cap.
This guy's got stuff. Really good stuff. 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Just the pop in the catcher's mitt, Alex Sosa, every time you see 95 plus. It's deafening. Mariners down to their final out. The 1-1 to Robbins. Popped up. Foul behind home plate. So Harwich down to their final strike. The Brewster Whitecaps looking to win 5 in a row. They're the #1 team in the Cape right now. And it's been a shutout effort so far. Nobody on, 1-2 to Robbins. 2 down in the 9th. The 2-strike pitch. Got him looking on the outside corner with 96. Rizzi strikes out the side, and the Whitecaps have won 5 straight. 5-0 the final in Brewster. Not the best effort tonight, Gino.
No, just very disappointing. Mariners getting shut out for the first time this season. And you got to give credit. This is a Brewster team that is clearly stacked. You look at the pitching, the offense. They just had all of the answers. You got to give credit to Trevor Hansen. Went 6 innings to start on the mound for the Whitecaps. Gave up just 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks. Oh, yeah, and had 7 strikeouts to add to that as well. The Mariners just, you thought the offense was starting to turn a corner, and it has been. But unfortunately, they just ran into a buzzsaw that was the Brewster Whitecaps. So if you're the Mariners, you try to regroup, and I'm sure they will. But now you're on a 3-game losing skid, and you talk to any of the coaches and managers in this league, you talk to the players, and they say losing streaks, losing skids are bound to happen, but it's about stringing together more wins, obviously, than the losing streaks.
And tonight, it was just the inability to hit. And you got to tip your cap sometimes. Brewster brought it, and the Mariners did not. That's 3 in a row for Harwich, Gino. The combination of Hansen, Kip, and Rizzi shut out the Mariners. We'll be back tomorrow night on Cape League TV. The Bourne Braves in town. Harwich looks to break the skid.